secure Afghan government that is able to determine its own destiny and sees the international community in general and the United States in particular as a strong partner that can support Afghan aspirations. Obviously, there are going to be tensions in a difficult environment where we have a large number of foreign troops inside a country. It is true that there have been times where the tactics on the ground, day to day, result in tensions. But overall, his interest in making sure that Afghanistan is not a safe haven for terrorists, that there is an adherence to the Afghan Constitution, those commitments that he's made are ones that are entirely consistent with what I see as U.S. interests.
We've talked about the European allies, NATO, and as you know, there is a weariness of war fatigue in Europe. And do you sense the same war fatigue here? And what do you do to take care of such weariness?
Well, look, there's no doubt that after almost 10 years of war in Afghanistan, that the toll in terms of lives lost and money spent is going to wear on people. The good news is that we are transitioning from a position of strength. Because of the surge, because of the fact that we were able to blunt the momentum of the Taliban, because of the security gains that we've made and the advances we've seen with Afghan security forces, I think both the American people and all the allies that I talk to want to make sure that we are finishing the job, that we are turning over to the Afghans a secure country that they can sustain. And we want to do so in a cooperative manner that is respectful of Afghan law and Afghan security. But we also want to make sure that we don't abandon a cause that we invested very heavily in.
And that was my first question. You don't think that some segments of the Afghan people will see it as abandonment?
I don't think so. I mean, keep in mind, we're talking about 10,000 troops by the end of this year, an additional 23,000 by the end of next summer, and we'll still have 68,000 U.S. troops there in addition to all the coalition partner troops. So there's still going to be a substantial presence, but what it does signal is that Afghans are slowly taking more and more responsibility.
As you know, reconciliation is a word that is used in Afghanistan. How do you define reconciliation, and what is the U.S. role in that process? And does it support negotiations with at least some elements of the Taliban?
What we've said consistently is that there has to be a political settlement to bring about genuine peace in the region. But the terms of that political settlement are important, and we've been very clear in our criteria. We will encourage the Afghans, and we ourselves